Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Michael Stott's Field here in beautiful Madison, Wisconsin. We are getting ready for another blistering match in Madison Hurling indoor season with Team Maroon and Team Gray. Alan, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Alan, do you want to go through the two teams that we're going to be watching today?
Sure. We got Team Gray, which is captained by Chris Lane. Team Red/Maroon. It's Team Red officially on the sheet here. Captained by Matt Daly. For Gray, we have John Campbell, Will Jackson, Bill Jones, and his son Liam Jones, Chris Lane, Heath Moore, Brian Murphy, Tim Murphy, Tomas Peterson, otherwise known as Tree, and Travis Schaefer.
So, Alan, let me get this straight. We're going to have three Joneses on the field in this match.
Jones is two for Gray and one for Red. So
I feel
Bill remembers which Jones he's put into.
I already feel for Marcus out there. Who do we got for Team Maroon? Have you done Team Maroon already?
No, the Team Red officially here.
Team Red, okay.
Paul Anderson, Ben Bears, Jobo, Matt Daly, Derek Hayes, Connor Jones, Johnny Kenny, Jake Martell, Mike Naparella, Mike Stapleton. I'm not sure who won't be here today.
Looks like we've still got a couple stragglers rolling in late. I'm sure their captains will have something to say to them about that, but that's sounds like a pretty good matchup, Alan. What do you think before we get started here? We got about 2.5 minutes. What do you expect to see here today?
I think we have two different styles here today. Chris Lane, as captain, believes only in defense and offense, doesn't believe in midfield, drafted that way. Whereas Matt Daly, very midfield-oriented team.
As a midfielder himself.
Matt, Connor Jones, and Johnny Kenny, three of the most mobile midfielders in the club. So, be interesting to see how it goes. The two styles. I think,
a lot of firepower on both sides. Who do you feel might have the advantage going in with their offense?
Well, I think Brian Murphy is most dangerous player when he gets going. I think he's pretty much an unstoppable force if he's on his game. But going up against him will be Johnny Kenny, who can be an immovable object on his day. So it'll be interesting to see how those
that should be a fun matchup to watch.
So that's the one to watch. I think Brian Murphy has a lot to prove after two close seasons last 2 years as captain. And I think he's out to win it this year.
I think that should be a fun matchup to watch, and it'll be interesting to see if Red tries to adjust and maybe double team Brian, and if so, can anybody else from Gray step up to put some points on the board?
I'd expect that. All right, I'd expect Johnny Kenny to primarily focus on him, but when Murphy gets going, someone will be doubling across to help out there. I think if that happens, Will, proven scorer last year, is always up there knocking in a few goals. Tree, another big target up there. We got the two biggest men in the club, so I'm sure they'll be using that in some way.
And we've seen in the past, now generally we've always kind of thought of both Will and Tree as forwards, but we saw in the past last year that people putting them in the backs, especially in indoor. Where do you expect them to be playing today?
Yeah, Phil Foyt's pulled that one out of somewhere in Summer League, worked for a game or two. But I think they're probably both long-term forwards, but they can definitely do a job at both ends of the field, that's for sure.
That's some keen analysis, Alan.
Thanks, Mike.
We've got about 20 seconds. Looks like the team captains are gathering their teams to go over their final strategies before the game.
Matt Daly, a lot to prove this year after propping up the table last year as team captain. Obviously, Matt Daly 2 years ago won the league, went from that to bottom of the league last year, so definitely a big season for Matt. Chris Lane won the league last year with his first round pick, so he's got the same again this year. So probably one of the favourites going into Chris Lane's team.
Well, and two pretty intense competitors. You know both of them want the trophy at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got 25 minutes on the clock. Let's see if the ref is ready here to get us started. So we've got Derek Hayes coming over to say hi.
Derek back after a year absence. It'll be interesting to see how
How's it feel to be back, Derek?
Takes to the hurling this year again. I expect him all fired up after his year off.
Looks like we got Chris Lane fitting in or somebody out there getting in the final stretches.
Craig Wagner on the scoreboard today. Marcus Kennedy refereeing. Marcus, who got some referee training there in December, so I expect flawless performance.
There should be a flawless performance out of him, and we've got a helmet cam on him, so we can know exactly what he saw.
Might have to mute that helmet cam.
Looks like we have in attendance David Dodge. Looks like he's maybe here to scout out the competition. Is he one of the captains this year?
No, he's Ross's second-round pick.
I see.
Ross obviously teamer day.
No idea.
Well, probably the favourites going into it anyway. They're a pretty formidable team on paper.
And it looks like we have possibly a scrimmage going on behind us.
There's a few
some sort of practice.
There, yeah. And team photos in here now. First game of the year, so probably.
Oh, that's right. It's opening day, isn't it?
Best attended game of the year.
Well, the fans are certainly out in force. You know, we're sorry at home if you can't hear us over all the cheering. So which do you think is the better looking team?
I don't know, Shull. I haven't really thought about it like that. I'll leave that one up to you.
Well, because I mean, as we sit here for photos, I mean, one can go back and forth about who's got the better forwards, who's got the most speed, but who's the most photogenic?
I'd probably say Gray just because Nappy's on the other team.
That's a good point. Well, folks, we should be getting started here any moment. Helmets are going on. Final stretches are being made. People are tying the shoes.
Looks like Maroon or
Paul Kelly's still wandering around for some reason.
Red going with their tactic of Matt Daly in goal. So they'll be looking for Matt to make some runs out the goal there.
Now this is an interesting development because we've seen in the past having putting a David Dodge back in goal and then having him once he's gotten the ball just to make a run out. Are you surprised to see Matt in goal?
Something he did last year a few times, so probably not. But I'm sure he'll be rotating in and out of there with Ben. Ben's a very capable goalie. Derek likewise will probably be in there a bit.
I suppose the rotation might be able to keep his legs fresh a little later in the game as well.
Yeah. Now looking at it, looks like Johnny Kenny is not here yet for Team Red, so that's a massive hole for those guys. I'm not sure if he's slated to show or not. He shows sooner rather than later if he is, because they'll have a hard time.
Looks like our referee Marcus is ready to throw it in, and here we go. Opening day at Michael Stotts Field. Ben Bears and Mike Naprola converging. Battle for the ball. Looks like Connor Jones against Brian Murphy. Murphy's getting double teamed.
By Derek. That's illegal, Derek. Good call by Marcus.
Yeah, Derek seems to be disagreeing with Marcus, but I think that's the correct call.
Can't wrap him up like that.
Derek should know. He was at that coaching clinic too.
So it looks like Gray are going with Chris Lane up top with Will. That's an interesting tactic. Chris has played defense for the last 2 years here.
Oh, and Tree in the midfield with Derek. I guess that does make sense. Bill Jones up to Tree at the mid. He's got it.
Ball. Oh,
back to Campbell.
Hand pass there.
The first game of the year looks like maybe the passes aren't as crisp as they will be a little later in the year.
Gets the ball. It's back inside. Oh,
it's the first shot on goal.
Good block there by Paul Anderson. That's out for a 65.
Well, it looks like the play's been a little bit sloppy here to start in the morning. Do you think it's just the first game of the year kind of jitters and a little bit of rust?
Yeah, I'm sure this guy's knocking the cobwebs off. Oh, wide by Brian Murphy there.
Well, we'll chalk that up to that beginning of the year rust.
This year we have the new goalposts installed, so they should help the referee make some calls.
Campbell with the pass up front. This will just fall harmlessly to Matt Daly in goal. Pass to Mike Naprella.
Oh, Nappy showing a bit of speed there. Where'd that come from?
Not able to get a clean shot off, though. Gets it up to Murphy. This could be trouble. This could be trouble.
Oh, wide again. Still in play.
Looks like Murph just isn't quite calibrated yet this year.
Big man there. Big man.
I expect he'll get it together here pretty quick.
Oh, wide again by Murphy. Murphy's still definitely.
And you know Murphy's going to be pretty frustrated with himself.
Oh, Derek wide open. This is 3-on-2. What are the great team marking very well there. Good hit by Derek, but Bill Jones rock solid in goal.
Hand pass up to Tree.
Go a few steps there. Took an extra step. Yeah, good call by Marcus. Those big long steps. I don't know why he has to take an extra one.
Well, he also had a big defender on him. So it'll be Nappy with the free.
Derek subs out. Jobo coming in. And that big goal. I think Bill was a bit unsighted there.
I think he was a little surprised that it was coming in on the ground.
Mark the goal down for Nappy.
Oh, and a missed puck right back to Nappy.
And Nappy goes for the point. That's good. So quick 1-1 on the board for Nappy.
Spread out to a quick 4-0 lead as we approach 21 minutes and a half left to play.
Loose ball. Oh, good hook there. Put him off by Nappy. Jeez, Nappy's everywhere. Oh, couldn't catch that though.
Came in a little hot, but that's usually a ball that Nappy handles. Here's Ben Bears.
Good play by Ben, getting it up there. Tree, Jobo, I think she'll come away with that.
Well, it looks like from here that Tree almost passed that one to himself.
Will, oh, wide again. It's good hands by Will. Probably should have taken him on there and went for goal. Oh, that's what Will does best. Oh, good stop.
How did Daly stop that one?
Will's up there. Oh, there we go. Easy finish for Murphy. That's great on the board.
And on that one, you have to wonder if maybe Matt will be a little upset that some more defense didn't come back there to help him.
Oh, that's a bad puck out. Oh, Murphy put it wide again. Got away with one there, Matt. Good pass to Nappy. Oh, Nappy goes strong side.
Another good save from Bill Jones. Sloppy pass from Tree.
Pass again, but it works. Murphy expecting to score this. Oh, good block again by Ben. Better doing a very good job stopping those shots early.
And a little bit too aggressive there from Chris Lane.
Yeah, can't do that, Lane.
Well, it looks like the action's starting to pick up here a little bit as we approach 20 minutes here left in the first period. Score of 4-3. And it looks like that's been mishit too. There have been some missed opportunities on both sides here, Alan.
Definitely still a little bit of early season rust. On ball from Bill there. Murphy got that. Oh yeah, that's easy.
And that's going to get past for the goal.
Second goal for Murphy today.
Just like that, now Gray is going to take a 6-4 lead on that goal from Brian Murphy. And you know it's only a matter of time before Murphy gets those shots calibrated and got on goal.
Good stop there by Campbell covering his goal on the line. Oh, Campbell forgot to get the ball in his hand before he looked up. Got it again. Oh, good tackle by Joe.
Still up against the wall, gets it out.
Derek there to steal Campbell's pass.
Just reset back to Bill.
Rayer living on the
dangerous
edge
pass.
Back there.
Another dangerous pass.
Got away with it.
Bill's able to get it away.
It's a good play by Nappy to disrupt Brian. Oh, good play by Will. Oh,
even better defense by Nappy to get in the way of that ball.
Nappy. Looks like
very nice.
Half hitting that for a point and a goal. Didn't put much into it, so easy stop for Bill. Good play there by Campbell to work it out. And then
much better passing here from Gray, and that's going to culminate in another goal for Brian Murphy.
Red are going to have to mark Brian a lot closer than they are. That's going to be the story of the game, just easy goals for Murphy.
Especially since it definitely looks like on that possession, at least, that that Gray is really starting to pick up their passing. It looks like they're starting to get into the rhythm of the game here.
Yeah.
Gray back on the attack.
Chris
Lane. He's
He
got
needs to
Brian
take a shot
Murphy.
there.
Boy, will just
Easy
take it
goal for
himself.
Chris. Gray's starting to turn it on here. Still no sign of Johnny Kenny. I have to assume he was supposed to show up because it doesn't look like they have a sub, but maybe not.
Gray starting to extend their lead now. It's
Red are going to have to get a score here before this game gets out of hand. It's an easy point for Murphy.
And just like that, looks like Murphy's maybe found his touch.
Red not even transitioning up the field very well there. Derek all alone up there. Liam Jones, the young Jones coming out with it.
Back up to Murphy. See if
like
the offense can do here.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good call. He definitely took a couple extra steps. Good call, Marcus.
They were nice looking steps, but there was maybe one or two extra.
Well, it would have been a very nice goal there. He put that in the top corner nicely, but I think the right call.
Well, and that's fortunate for Team Red, as that goal had counted. That would have been.
I think that's another good call from Marcus. He's Marcus man the match so far. He might be getting that six-pack.
And what was the call there, Alan?
It looked like he lifted it to himself twice. Didn't get a clean lift the first time. Went at it the second time. So
uncharacteristic for Matt.
Red need to stand in front of Brian. Brian likes to take quick frees. He's not going to wait around here. Let anyone stand in front of him. Oh, Marcus slowing him down though. Oh, it's a throw-in. Oh, Bill telling the ref what to do. Nothing new there. He knows the rules better than anyone.
Murphy controls. Anyway. Takes a
shot.
Oh, what a save by Matt Daly. Connor calling for it. Good pass.
Nothing new there.
Another very good pass up to Mike Stapleton.
Mike back in action. Oh,
Staple take the shot
swing into the rafters.
Well, I believe this is one of Mike's first games back here at Mike Stats Field, and sometimes you can forget how low that ceiling is.
Yep. Or you can forget how to keep your shots low, which I think is the case there.
A little from column A, a little from column B. And it looks like just a little game of catch between the goalies here.
Oh, good stop. Right. Well done, Liam Jones there, getting stuck in.
Makes a run.
And that's Tim Murphy. Mike going hard at Tim. Good win by Tim. But no one anticipating that.
Unfortunately, yeah. I think he might have been expecting that Murphy was going to cut back towards the middle.
Oh, Jones on Jones action. Oh, little Jones let his big brother
Jones
run
on Jones
right
on
by him
Jones.
there. Connor must have had words with him before the game, not to tackle him.
Well, I guess as the big brother, you have the right to kind of intimidate your little brother, yeah?
We've seen a bit of that there. Just wait till Daddy gets word of that, he'll sort it out.
Matthew's going to take it out of the goal and run with it.
Oh, Brian's going to have to watch those steps. I know Marcus is all over that.
Going to be out of play.
Good block by Derek there.
Ball will stay with Gray. Matt Daly switches back into goal. Is that sideline cut?
Very good effort. Just a little bit wide. He's going to have to follow Connor on those puck outs. He's always running, always open. And that's a nice easy point by Connor.
She'll bring the score to 13-6 in favor of Gray.
Scoring has slowed down a little bit there, but...
And Reds not letting Gray run away with this one.
No, I think Daly coming out of the goal now will give him an extra lift. I think they're going to have to keep Daly out of the goal to stay in this with Johnny not being here. They're going to have to maybe put Ben in goal or even Derek.
Well, and we know too in this indoor game the momentum and the score can change very quickly.
Sure can. That's another point by Connor. That's a good one. It's tipping a few points over the
So
bar. We all
Connor-
know goals are what win indoor, but sometimes it's good to just keep the scoreboard tipping over.
Exactly, and I think definitely looks like Connor Jones is starting to get into the rhythm here.
Chris forgot to pick up the ball there.
Nice little shimmy shake from
before he
Chris
had it,
Lane.
but got it back. Good save by Nappy. Now Jobo has the ball. Needs to clear it early. Oh, lost it.
Looks like they have Nappy back in goal now for Red.
Yeah. Oh, Lee Jones. Chris Lane mopping that up.
Very nice save.
Oh, Will doing what he does best, just mopping up those loose balls in front. Nappy's got to make sure he knocks those out wide rather than down the center.
Yep, got to be aware if you've got the handbreaker standing right in front of you waiting for that, and that's going to be out of play.
Nappy, of course, a goalie now, so no excuses for shitty play like that anymore.
He should know better.
It looks like he left the hurl with the hole in it at home.
Move from Matt Daly.
Point.
That was
First
just
score of the day for Daly.
Nice and easy from Matt Daly there, as we've got a score of 16-8 in favor of Gray.
Oh, Anderson out well on that. Connor Jones, good call. Murphy's there.
And he's going to take the shot.
Looks
Looks like that is a point. Yep.
Good point by Connor. Probably went for goal on there. Went for power, but got it a bit high.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
3 points for Connor
Pretend he
on the
was
day
going
so
for
far.
the point there. Derek Hayes, pass is going to go off the sidewall.
Oh,
to Matt Daly.
That's a John Campbell special there.
Yep.
Saw the threat. Nice.
Good sportsmanship,
innocuous,
though, to help him up.
Cynical fell.
Wait, that's the John Campbell special? The cynical foul?
He does it all. He does the full range, really.
I mean, he's no one-trick pony.
No, that's for sure. Very effective defender. Will do what it takes.
And he's a wily veteran. He knows what he's doing out there.
And it's up over the bar by Daly. I think Red are going to have to start turning some of these chances into goals if they're going to stay
exactly.
with it. Down by 6. A couple of these points turned into goals, change that. Will, big target again. Oh, Derek. Will didn't have anyone like Derek on him last year.
Matt Daly.
So changes that.
Uh-oh, some trouble here.
Paul Anderson well up there. Oh, well done, Paul. Great hands.
An even better find to find Derek, but a
good idea to hit that early. But
block down from Travis.
Murphy.
And now this is where Murphy is so dangerous.
Good stuff by Nappy. Was straight at him. Nappy sitting going for a score there. Hit that very hard.
Oh, and it looks like
shoulder.
Campbell holding a shoulder, or maybe his ear. Nope, shoulder. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. We don't want any major injuries here. Especially not this early in the season.
Yeah. Brady
Well,
just telling us that Campbell got hurt in the first game last year too, but hopefully it's not as serious this year. Brady, where's Johnny Kenny?
Good question.
Was he supposed to be here? He was supposed to be here now. He's playing. He's on Daly's team.
Heath is also.
Oh yeah, Heath.
Well, we'll
great
keep
play
an
by
eye.
Will.
We'll keep our ears open for updates, and folks at home, once we have any news, we will be sure to let you know.
Paul. Oh, Chris Lane there through. Back to Bill. Good.
Pass it back this off. Up to
Tree.
Tree. Oh,
Oh,
Tree
gotta jump,
uncharacteristic
Tree.
to
Player
let that
7
get
fault.
through. Here comes Nappy with a run. He's got Matt Daly. Take it himself, but will score the point.
These guys have 1 goal so far,
Yeah.
10 points. They're really going to have to start getting a few goals if they want to. Gray have stopped scoring lately, and they need to take advantage of that.
And again, to your point, Alan, you're right, because Gray has kind of slowed down on the scoring, but because of all those goals, they're still up by 5.
Daly.
And there's
Daly.
just another
Another
point. But that'll cut the lead to 4 as it's 16-12. just under 8 minutes to play.
So I'd like to see Daly get more aggressive there and take on Travis and go for goal. He's well able. He should try that here. There he goes for it. Yeah, there you go.
Connor smartly
and
pulls
there's the goal.
off.
That's what Daly must have been listening. That's
Yep.
exactly what he needs to be doing.
And hit that one with authority. That was off of the goalie Bill Jones' stick.
It's like that, back to a 1-point game. So
it's Connor Jones with Tree on him. Got to be careful with those, Tree. You don't want to get called for a chop.
Bill to Murphy. That looks like it was wide, but no, call the point.
Looks like it'll be called a point. 17-15 as we are at 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Chris Lane controlling, finds Murphy. Somebody's going to need to... Oh,
No.
and that was... You just can't leave Brian Murphy open like that.
Can't jump out of the way of the shot either.
And it looks like...
Oh, just wide.
Just
by
wide.
Daly.
Well,
It's a bit of a mismatch there with Daly taking advantage. And Gray are going to have to adjust for that.
Agreed, because it looks like Team
Puck out of
Red...
bounds by Bill Jones.
Team Red
First time we've
sees
seen
that misadvantage, and they're just hitting it up to him every time.
Murphy back on Daly now. That's a bit more of an even match.
Travis with the win there. Looking for Will up top,
Oh,
and
not who you
Murphy's
want
one-on-one.
goal.
Well,
Brian
can't really
Murphy.
blame Nappy on that one as much.
5th goal of the game by Murphy. They're really going to have to try and just focus on cancelling Brian out a bit.
Yeah, you can't let Murphy be coming up on the goalie one-on-one like that. Battle for it up here. Travis comes out with it. Pass, nice little pass over to Tree. Just sends it up harmlessly up towards Nappy and goal.
Oh,
Nappy will come out with it
bit
and
too
just,
casual
just
there.
drop it.
Oh, Will runs into him. Good pass. Oh, unlucky Mike, just wide.
Just wide. After some shaky play on both sides to start the match, looks like both teams have really settled in here. The action's really picked up as we approach 6 minutes.
Wide by Brian there. Connor has it.
There's Connor. See if he looks across. Gonna push it forward, but Travis comes out with it.
Good
Back
ball by
to
Travis
Brian
there.
Murphy.
Brian open again. Another goal by Brian.
Well, Alan, it looks like whatever Red is trying to do with containing Brian Murphy isn't working right now. What do you think they can do to try and change that?
I think they should actually try. It looks like they're really designating one person, so he's finding himself open quite a bit, and he doesn't need to be open. He can do it when he's not open as well. So it's just making it easy. That's a point there by the Tree or Will.
By Tree.
Tree gets
Hit that through a defender, I think. Defender got a piece of it, but it still got up there. It's Connor Jones. See if he takes it. He's going to push it forward, take a shot on the goal, but it'll be saved by his father. And that's going to go out of play.
Slitter.
Oh.
Go grab the Slitter.
I got it.
Oh, Bill's got him. You're all right. It's behind you there, but Bill's got it. Just bring it back here.
Stuck.
He's in.
It's up to Chris Lane.
Just drops the shoulder. Weak side, not as strong there.
Some good defense there from Mike Stapleton.
Oh, go on, Joe. Oh, Joe. Not aggressive enough to the ball there. Campbell's back in play,
Along
so
the ground.
shoulder injury doesn't look too serious.
Staple collect.
Oh, to the rafters again by Stapleton.
It's his arch enemy today. Very nice stop from Nappy right there. Looks like we've got Will and State battling for the loose ball there against the boards. A little bit of frustration there from Will. Looks like Nabby's going to be the one to take this. See if he just goes for the point here.
I think smartly just dropping it in there. Points aren't going to get him back into the game. Knocked over by Bill, so that's a 65.
Especially now that Gray has extended their lead back out to 12 as we cross 3 minutes left in the first half here. And you know Red would like to get a little bit of momentum before we go into halftime here.
Yeah, I think they need a couple of quick goals here, try and cut the deficit in half. If he sticks a point over the bar, not wrong with that from a free.
Cut Gray's lead to 11. Bill looking for a good player who wants it. Nappy's going to come away with it. To Connor Jones. He's going to push it forward. Got to be careful here, Will.
Connor drops back and pops another point over. 4 points for Connor.
I think this end up might be something that that Team Red talks about at halftime, how to get some of these point chances and how to turn them into goals.
Another wide by Brian there.
2 minutes to play, a 10-point game. Connor Jones pushes forward again, he's looking.
Connor should have charged at the goal there. Not sure why he stepped back there. He's been chased by Tim, he should have went to goal.
He was maybe looking for Matt Daly.
Oh, Bill. Oh, great recovery by Bill, but drops to Daly again. Oh, just wide by Daly. Bill got away with one there.
And that was lucky for Gray. Paul Anderson steals it away from Liam there.
Not a good connection in that.
Nabby back over to Connor. Connor's going to take a run here.
Good pass there. Oh, Daly point. Went for goal, just got under it.
And you can see that Matt's a little disappointed with himself that he did not get a goal out of that chance.
They know they need goals. They're going for him here, but just not getting them on target. Looks like John Campbell had to go off again, so the shoulder is still bothering him. It'll be an important one to look at.
See if Red is able to get one in the goal here as we're about
by Travis. Great catch.
30 seconds to half. Will Jackson win?
Oh, that's a good play by Will, just popping it into open space.
The little Johnny pass.
Good block, Connor.
Murphy calling for it, but Tree's going to take it himself and put it in the goal.
He's pretty excited about that one. Good goal.
Let's see if Red can get something going here before halftime. 10 seconds.
Oh.
Great play by Paul Anderson. Great play to...
Very well played. Went for placement instead of power.
And that's going to do it for the half. And that goal cuts the lead down to 9. So as we are at halftime, their score is Red 30, Team Gray 21. What do you think that Team Red really needs to, we know that they need to start scoring some goals instead of getting so many points, but how do you think they go about doing that, Alan?
Well, I think it's more aggressive to goal. We've seen Daly take a couple of point efforts when he should have maybe tried to beat his man, and Connor Jones similarly. I think they're just going to have to take their chance. It's not going to work out every time, but let's try to get back into the game. When you look at the first half, Gray scored 8 goals, with Brian Murphy getting 6 of those, and then Red only scored 3.
So what did you think about back in the defensive end for Red as well, of having one guy on Murphy, but then the other defender back there ready to help and to try and get some double teams on and make somebody else beat you?
Yeah, I think exactly. When you see he scored 6 of their 8 goals, that's what they're going to have to try. Just designate one person. I'd also like to see Daly and Nappy on the field together, rather than splitting goals, because they're the two guys who can get the goals for red team, and if they're going to get back in that, they need to do that. So I'd like to see Derek and maybe Ben trying out a bit of goal here in the second half if they can.
Agreed, and I think some very nice play from Paul Anderson on red up at the forward positions. That was a really nice play there at the end of the half.
Yeah, Paul's got very good hands, and good shot on him. There he went for a bit of placement instead of power, but excellent finish.
And we're going to head to our sideline reporter, who's got an interview just about queued up with us. Let you know when we've got it here. So we're going to send it over to the sidelines with two of the Jones clan.
All right, so I'm here with Bill Jones, goalie for the Gray team. How are you gonna keep the offensive up?
Well, I think we need to tighten up more on defense, to be honest. Our offense is fine, but I just think that we had some weak defense and gave up a real soft goal at the end there. Can't let that happen.
I know you got to get back in really quick, so one more question. What's for breakfast?
I'm getting the early bird special, Liam.
All right. Back to you.
Yep. So that's the early bird, huh? That's it's a solid choice. You really can't go wrong with anything from the good old Club Tavern, where the official breakfast spot of the Hurling Club of Madison. Get some moose in ya. Nope, that's not gonna work. Hey, it's been more difficult. As we approach about a minute and a half before the second half starts, how do you see the second half turning out? Do you see Red coming back into this, or do you see Gray pulling away?
I think Gray have to be hot favourites here. Probably as they get tired with only two subs. Murphy's going to find more space. Tree will find more space up there. I think that this game could open up even more.
I think the first couple minutes are going to be crucial here. If Red can't at least cut that lead back down to within 5, it could get away from them pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, they had 11 points, 3 goals. They need to switch that around and get more goals, and they get points in this half if they want to get it close and be in it at the end.
Looks like both teams are getting ready. Nappy's getting himself, let's just say, adjusted. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ugh. Both teams getting ready here.
Comes Nappy over to say hello to us.
Second half. Hi, Nappy. Did you hear what he said? Something inappropriate? Probably not appropriate to be on our telecast. "20 minutes on the clock.
Only 20 minutes? So we're shortening up the second half.
There's a soccer match starting
We started late.
Yeah, starting right at 7, so. Ball's in, and we are back underway.
Oh, great hit by Matt Daly.
Well, and just like that, maybe I guess Matt must have heard what we were saying, because just like that, it's a goal to bring it to 30-24. Ball gets through Will. Chris Lane's able to find Brian Murphy, takes a shot, puts a point up on the board. Both teams look like they're coming out with a lot more intensity.
Oh. Well, unlucky Nappy. Great block ball.
Comes Travis. No one with him. Passes off to Will.
Wild swing by Will there. Needs to go for a bit more accuracy.
Both teams coming out very aggressive here to open the second half. It's a point for Matt Daly. to Will. Catches that one cleanly and gets that past Ben Bears for the goal. Looks like he kind of hit that almost like as a knuckleball. Looked like Ben had trouble seeing it.
Yeah, it looked like he was surprised by it. Derek using his body there to get in front of Bryant.
Smart play from the wily veteran as he wins it. Tries to push it up forward.
Got on each other's way there. Oh, good tackle, Derek.
Murphy having trouble getting away, but gets away there. Breaks off for a point. Well, and for Derek, there's not much more you can do there as a defender.
Yeah, you just got to get your body in the way. Try and force Brian to spill the ball.
Comes Matt Daly. Pass it off to to Mike Napierella, who will
point by Nappy.
Score a point there. 35-26. The pace of play is really starting to pick up now. Brian Murphy puts it in for a goal. That'll extend the lead to 12. Looks like the scrimmage behind us.
Got away with one there. He threw it to himself, but Marcus was unsighted on that one. Daly should have taken that on himself and had a shot.
Yep. It's Chris Lane.
Dumping it in there, well out by Ben.
Connor will push it up
Looked
forward.
like he threw that to himself
He'll reset.
again. Looked like it may have touched his hurl, but
looking for Matt Daly. Gets it to him. Matt will reset. He's going to look to try and get in towards goal, and he will.
Great play, Daly. That's the aggressiveness that he needs.
And that's the aggressiveness that we were talking about before at halftime that they needed to exhibit, and they're really coming out with it now. It's Chris Lane. Push it up forward. Connor Jones is going to push it forward. It looks like he's going to take a point here.
It's Connor's fifth of the day.
Oh, Ben's having some trouble in goal picking that one up. Battle, there was going to be a whistle. Looks like it's going to be coming out the other way. There's another battle between, it looks like Tree's going to come out with it. Nice job just kicking it out into space. The action is so intense, ladies and gentlemen, that Alan Morris is speechless.
Great stuff, man.
Happy will collect. Back to Connor Jones. He's going to, well, probably needed a little bit more on that one of knowing exactly where you're going. Here comes Brian Murphy. Beautiful spin move.
Inside Joe Bolt. I'm not sure how that matchup is.
Yeah, that was not really fair. And it kind of looks to me, I'm seeing some guys with their hands on their knees. I think the pace that we've come out with here in the second half, both teams, their conditioning's not quite ready for it yet, because it looks like some guys are getting tired. Here comes Chris Lane.
Takes it on himself. Great finish.
I'm not sure if Ben Bear saw that one.
Yeah, well, it was a 3-on-2 situation for Red there. But now Red gets the same man up, but Nappy drops that, unfortunately.
Need a goal here.
Oh, that was a nice goal there.
Was that redirected in there by Matt Daly?
Very nice.
That was a nice job by two veterans who've played a lot of matches together. That'll cut the lead to 11, 44-33, as we have 14 and a half left to play in the match. Travis looking for the corner, unable to get it there. It's another battle for it in the corner, against the boards. Jobo's going to come away with it. Hand passes up to Nappy. It's got Paul Anderson, who is able to connect.
It's a great strike, very clean.
They'll cut the lead to 44-36. Red refuses to go away. Connor Jones Jones.
Now, it's starting to open up a bit here for Red. I think they need to make this count. It's another point. That sort of space, they have to be getting goals.
It's going to cut the lead to 7 here.
Oh, Bill calls a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like Gray is a little bit on their heels now. Looking for Tree. We'll find him. Good hands there. Just going to be looking for Brian Murphy.
Oh, good stop, Ben, with your foot. Hold on. Brian thought that was in.
Connor Jones will reset. Looking for Matt Daly.
Oh, steps. That was steps
Yeah.
for sure, Connor. Good call by Marcus again.
Let's see who's going to take this. Of course, it's going to be Brian Murphy.
Quick one again.
And just like that. Kill a little bit of Red's momentum. Let's see if they can get some of it back here. Brian Murphy just intercepts that ball. Tree's going to push forward. Some good defense from Connor Jones. Of a reckless hand pass there.
Well done by Brian to get back and mop that up, and now he's on the offense. Be a very good goal. Oh, good save by Ben.
Battle for it in the corner. It's going to come back out to Murphy.
Another good stop. Turn that into a point. That's good. That was on target for goal.
Yeah, looks like we have a stoppage.
Calling a technical foul there.
What was the technical there, Alan?
Left the door open.
Oh, well, you can't be doing that. It's a hazard.
It is.
Our insurance doesn't cover that.
Daly, I think I'd be dropping this in. Takes the point.
You sure you don't think this is just Marcus's way of trying to get Red back into it? Maybe there was some backroom dealings earlier.
Oh, that's a serious accusation.
Marcus is a man of integrity, and I'm sure would have said, "I cannot be bought." Battle for it in the corner. Looks like we got Tree and 2 Reds. He's going to get it to Chris Lane. Gets it over the outstretched hurl of Ben Bears for a point. Oh, you're leaving the door open, boys. Close the door.
Oh,
Close the door. John Campbell, good to see him back in there after that shoulder injury earlier in the first half. Looks like he's okay.
Oh, great tackle, Mike Stapleton.
He's going to get it up to Matt Daly, who's all alone.
Oh, good, well out by Campbell there.
Great job by John Campbell. Matt will reset.
They just all stood off, and you can't do that, boys.
It's a nice stop by John Campbell that first time, but you can't let a player like Matt Daly get a second chance. That's going to cut the lead to 8, 49-41 as we approach 10 minutes.
That looked like a bit of a chop from behind. Marcus thought about blowing his whistle.
Looks like Stapleton's okay. Gets it back up to Matt Daly. He's going to try and get it up the line.
Liam Jones, that's a bit of a mismatch. Liam a rookie here. But Daddy comes out and saves the day.
Still battling for it up in the corner.
Oh, spills it.
Can't. It's out to Liam Jones, who will finally clear it away. Gets it up to Will.
Good ball up to Will.
Against Jobo. Nice job from Jobo to get in there and disrupt that shot attempt.
Yeah, Will snatched at it a little bit too much there. Still there, tried to kick.
Will really wants that goal.
Yeah, only 1 goal for Will so far today. Used to scoring a bit more than that.
Chris Lane pushing it forward.
Another point from Lane.
Point off of Ben Bear's hurl. Not a whole lot you can do about that.
30-second timeout here. Not much time left for timeouts.
We have 9 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the half. The score is Gray 50 to Reds 41. And coming out of halftime, Alan, we had talked about how Red really needed to push the intensity and really needed to start going for goals over points, and they've done that. But they haven't quite been able to get over the hump. What do you think they can do to try and get this to pull even?
I think it hasn't changed really. Keep going for the goals and then try and lock down Brian Murphy a bit more is the key to the game for him.
Great analysis, Alan, as always. Thank you. Looks like both teams are ready to get the action started again. Marcus is ready to blow the whistle. Both referees signal that they are ready.
So they switch Derek into goal now. Give Ben a go on the field. I like the fact they've kept Daly and Nappy out on the field in the second half.
Perhaps a double team here on Brian Murphy.
Very nice point by Brian.
You can live with points from Brian Murphy, but then on the other end, you've got to be scoring goals.
Yeah.
Very nice defense from Liam there to get in the way of that pass.
Wide by Brian there.
It's going to come to Matt Daly. He's going to take a
good
shot
hit.
at the
well
goal.
Done, Daly. That's a great shot. Unlucky Bill. It's only 7 points in it. I mean, this game is well in hand if Red can
Great job from Matt Daly to knock that down. Brian Murphy will collect.
That's
That
wide. That's
was
still
a
in
wide
play.
ball. That's still in.
Yeah.
That is still in play.
So by Campbell.
This is going to be. And it looks like
Campbell's
he's
still
still
holding
grabbing
his
that
shoulder,
shoulder. He's battling
hanging
through
in
it.
there.
So that is going to be a out of bounds off of Gray. Red's going to get the sideline cut in. Looks like it'll be taken by Nappy. Who's going to come to get it? He's going to get it to Matt Daly. Ben Bears pushing up towards the goal. Connor Jones.
Connor with another point attempt. Hits her out.
And that's going to be off of the ceiling.
Connor's really been going heavy on the points today. You're just going to have to forget about those easy points and just drop it in there and try and get lucky with a few goals. And gets his point back.
This is into Matt Daly. Scott Stapleton pushing up, calling for it. Daly's going to set it up into the corner looking for Ben Bears.
And that's gone out of play.
As we approach 7 minutes, Red's not going to be able to waste these scoring opportunities very much longer. They're becoming more and more scarce. We need to convert these into goals. Some miscommunication there for Gray. Chris Lane will have
Daly.
that one knocked down by Matt Daly, but Brian Murphy's there to collect.
Good stuff by Liam there to not let Matt collect. Well done, Liam.
Chris Lane up
Oh, that's
to
smart
Tree.
play
Oh,
by
great,
Chris.
great hands, great play. Oh, I think looks like Tree tried to hand it off there to give Will the opportunity, but I think maybe he should have just taken the shot himself.
Yeah, good defending by Derek there.
Chris Lane with collection up to
Very
Tree.
relentless.
Tree converts. Looks like it was Stape over in goal there. Not a whole lot he could have done.
It's tough up there against those two big men because they'll wear you out.
It's almost as if he got lost in the tree. Nope. Yep, my jokes aren't landing so
Keep
far
going.
as
Keep trying,
early this
Shull.
year.
You'll get one landed. Now this has got to be a goal from. Oh, good block.
Oh,
Open by
and
Nappy.
that's
Well
gonna
done.
be
Nappy clears.
that's gonna leave a
Cleans
mark.
that up. First goal of the half for Nappy, and Tree is hurt after that.
Yeah, looks like that ball might have blocked that with his shin or his thigh.
It looks like Brian is playing a bit, playing off Daly. He's happy to let Daly take his points or long range goals, which probably would be a smart move with Bill Jones in goal. Not going to get many sloppy ones past Bill.
Exactly. Out to Murphy. Connor Jones on him.
Point.
And at this point, yeah, there's just content to keep the lead as a little bit cushed with points here, knowing that Red has got to get goals. Chris Lane looking for Travis.
Goes in the chop, he got the ball.
Matt Daly will collect.
Bit
Looking for Ben Bears, but just a little bit off. Uncharacteristic of Matt Daly. Sideline cut from Brian Murphy is going to go straight over the bar for a point to extend the lead back to double digits. 57-47, and we have 4.5 left to play in the game. Connor Jones looking for Nappy.
Good fighting by Nappy.
Still not able to collect. He's got Connor Jones if he needs him.
Nappy went for a wild point, went wide. He should have looked to knock that off to Daly there, I think.
Yep, I think you're right. You want to be aggressive, but you also want to be making the smart play.
Oh, Derek didn't see much of that, but luckily hit him straight in the face. It's a good play by Will there.
Travis with it on the boards.
Nappy, two hands on the hurl. Oh, he gets it. Nappy on Liam Jones.
If he goes for goal here. Nappy knows they need goals.
Oh, bit of deflection, but good adjustment by Bill there to stop that.
Bill with a little fake out move. Looking for Murphy, but it bounces out of play. Red's going to get the sideline cut here.
That was a bouncing ball. Can't hit that bend. Good call by Marcus. Marcus ain't going to let that shit slide.
Marcus has done a really nice job as ref in this one.
Yeah, we haven't
today,
talked about him too much.
Yeah.
That's usually a good sign of a ref.
Connor Jones along the ground to Nappy, battling for it. Collects, looking for someone. Connor Jones in the corner, fighting his brother Liam. Connor comes away with it. He knows he needs a goal here.
Low. Oh, wide. Back to Daly. Oh.
There's a valuable opportunity lost there for Red.
Time for Ben here. Oh, he didn't lose his time.
Nice job for Will to battle him out along the sidelines
Good play,
here.
Will.
Will's gonna... Ben's not giving up on it. Chris Lane comes away with it.
Chris being aggressive, like he should be. Unlucky. And Will there to map it.
Very,
two
very
big
nice
bodies
stop by
colliding
Derek.
there.
Got a scrum up against the boards here. It's going to come out to Liam.
Time. Oh, took his eye off it.
He's going to collect. Pass to no one in particular.
Showing his rookie moves there.
Nice save from Bill Jones there. Brian Murphy.
Oh, Murphy just threw that up in the air. You can't do that,
can't
Brian.
do that,
Good call
Brian.
by Marcus yet again. I know Marcus is putting a shout in for man of the match here. With his
He
six
might
pack.
be. He's been very sharp this morning.
He has. This game.
Well, this is going to be a crucial free here.
Unlucky.
As that's going to go a little bit wide. Red really needs to come out of this possession with a goal. We approach a minute and a half. 10-point lead for Gray.
That seemed a little harsh. There wasn't much in that.
Well, you see, just when we say how great of a job he was doing.
He just ruined it.
Yeah.
Terrible performance by Marcus.
All of that goodwill ruined.
Good point.
And that's
by
going to be a
Murphy.
point for Murph. And that might do it. Red really needs to score very quickly, and they need goals.
Good hit, Paul. Good stop, Bill.
We are at 1 minute to go in the match. 11-point lead for Gray.
Bill wants to score. He does like to score coming out of goal. Get his name on the stat sheet. But not to be.
With Brian Murphy in goal, this should be interesting.
Oh,
That's going to go wide. And I think
Connor
Red
hit that.
might be out of time.
Connor took a solo that he didn't need to take there. He should have hit that early.
And that's going to be another point from the far back corners. We're at 30 seconds. That's a 12-point lead for Gray. And
No,
I think with that point, that pretty much just concedes that this match is going to go to Gray.
well, I think Brian Murphy's setting down an early marker for scoring title again, the title he won last year. Big scoring day out of Brian.
And yeah, Red just, it seemed like they weren't able to quite find an answer for how to keep him from getting his goals. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, is the final score. Gray 59, Red 48 for the first match of the year. Marcus started out pretty well, but it's a rough one there at the end. So some final thoughts here as the first game of the year is in the books, Alan.
Yeah, so I think Gray did what we expected. They relied on Brian to score. I think Red were hurt by the absence of Johnny Kenny, who probably would have had a marking job on Brian.
It'll be interesting to see why Johnny wasn't here. There might be a fine coming his way.
Yeah, hey, maybe he was not expected. We'll have to ask Matt about that afterwards.
We'll have to see.
I think Marcus giving out the Man of the Match award here now in a minute, and it's going to be Brian Murphy winning the inaugural
I think without a
Man of the Match award.
question, it's probably going to go to Brian Murphy. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us this morning. We'll always love having you, and we'll see you again next week when who plays next week, Alan?
Team Gray play Team Green.
So Gray versus Green next week,
And see if Green can figure out an answer for Brian Murphy.
we will see. Maybe they'll be watching the tape. I know they think they had some scouts out here today, but thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, and for Hurling Club Madison Radio, this has been Mike Shull.
Yep, and Alan Morris. Thank you, Joe.